Hi, my name is Chloe. I write the blog Boxwood Avenue. You might be watching this video because you follow me on Instagram, or maybe you just ended up here from searching the web. I'm really glad that you're here, and I'm really excited to talk to you today about the Boxwood presets. I've been using these presets for years to edit my photos, and now I am so excited to be able to share them with you. While we've been launching the presets, I have gotten a couple questions, and I wanted to make a quick video answering some FAQs to help you get the most out of the Boxwood presets. Right out the gate, I've gotten some questions from people saying, this might sound stupid, but what is a preset? And that's not a stupid question at all. Essentially, a preset is a fancy filter that you overlay onto a photo to enhance its appearance or to alter its appearance. A lot of presets will alter the photo a little bit. It will dramatically change a specific color in the photo, and then you can use that preset to give you a consistent look on all your feed if you use it on all of your photos, but it will alter the photo a little bit. It's my hope that with the Boxwood presets, they don't alter your photo, they really just enhance all of the beauty that's already within your photo. The next question is, why do we need so many presets? Why are there 7 presets, and I'll be launching more too? If we want a consistent look in our feed, can't we just use one of the presets? Each photo that you take is going to be unique and have different lighting. This, even if I'm in a photo shoot and say I'm shooting my living room or something like that, and there's clouds, the light is going to change just within 10 minutes. So the light is constantly changing, and if you watched my video about tips and tricks for taking better photos, you know that light is everything. So as the light changes, you're going to need to edit your photo just a little bit differently to give you the look that you want. So all of these presets are going to be used in different situations. In my video where I talk about all of the presets, I describe which setting is best for each preset. So if you are wondering which preset to use for what type of photo you're trying to take, go ahead and watch that video. I think that it's really important to know that by purchasing these presets and by using these presets on your photos, it's not going to magically make your photos look like mine or look like somebody else's. The presets are really there to just enhance what is already a beautiful photograph. So the next question I got was, where do we get the presets? I will put a link in this description, but you can always visit my blog. There's a link at the top in the menu bar, or you can visit my shop, which is shop.boxwoodavenue.com. So there's Lightroom Desktop, and then there's Lightroom Mobile. So if you're using Lightroom Mobile, you will use the mobile versions of the presets, and you can install the mobile presets onto your phone and the desktop presets onto your desktop, and they are the same presets, so you can use them on your photos taken with your phone and then photos taken on your camera too. So I got some questions about how the heck do we even use Lightroom? If you've never used Lightroom, it is not that difficult. Actually, if you know how to edit a photo in the Instagram app, you are going to be able to edit a photo in Lightroom. Lightroom Mobile is just really user-friendly, and it's really easy to use, especially with presets. So what you're going to do is you're going to install your presets, watch the video on how to install the mobile presets. You'll scroll down to the bottom, and then you'll install the presets. Once you have the presets installed, you're going to select the preset for your photo, whatever preset you think looks best, and apply it. And then it's really important to know that after you apply the preset, you're probably going to have to fiddle with a few things. Like I said, every photo is different. The light is different in every photo. If you're wondering how to edit either in desktop or in mobile, I have a video dedicated to each that you can check out, and I share specific details on how to edit and how to correct specific problems that come up, especially if you apply a preset and it doesn't quite look exactly how you want it to. I share with you how to tweak it to get it just right. One of my best friends just had a baby, and he is very tan, and she said, I really want a preset that doesn't wash his skin tone out. So I want to share with you how to adjust the skin tone, because everybody has different skin tones, and you want your skin tone to look right and not really washed out. So after you apply the preset, you're going to hit the color tab, and then on the right hand side you'll see that there's a little circle with all of the different colors in it. Your skin tone is going to be adjusted with the oranges and the yellows. So you go into the orange, and then you'll just fiddle around with it. There's hue, saturation, and luminance. You're probably going to want to decrease the luminance a little bit if you want your skin tone to feel a little bit more tan, and you can also do this in the yellows too. So you're going to play around with those yellows and those oranges, maybe a little bit of the red, decrease the luminance or change the saturation, and that should help with any skin tone issues that may come up. If you are not tech savvy, the video on just how to install them onto your phone is 8 minutes long. I break down every step, so I think that even if you aren't tech savvy, you will definitely be able to install and use these presets. Okay, let's see, what else? Do you put another filter on after? I don't usually put another filter on after. I like to get my photo just right in Lightroom. I think that Lightroom offers more freedom than, say, Instagram does. So I will really just use Lightroom, plus I'm in there editing anyways. So there's no sense in putting another filter on after that. So I will use Lightroom to edit, get it just right, and then I will upload it into Instagram. How to create a coherent Insta feed using presets. So these presets are all kind of in the same family. I will use the elderberry and the truffles and the butternut and the alfalfa and the buckwheat, all kind of depending on the photo. If you look at my feed, I kind of create a consistent color palette, but you don't have to create a consistent color palette to have a cohesive feed. I think that it's really just kind of laying out your photos in a specific order so that it really almost feels editorial, like a magazine. I use the app Mosaico for this, and then I think there's also Planoly, and my friend actually has an app, it's called A Color Story, and A Color Story is great too. You can edit your photos in A Color Story, but they've got a great like Instagram planning tool too, and I think half of getting that cohesive feed is really just getting your layout right. So I may have a really beautiful photo like of my kitchen or something that I want to share, but maybe I just shared a kitchen 2 days ago, and when I put that photo of my kitchen in, I can see, oh, this looks repetitive and it's not going to give me that consistent feed that I like. So I will hold that photo for a couple days later and I will place it into my planning tool so that I know when to post that photo so that it looks the best in my feed. You'll also see that I kind of do a little bit of a checkerboard pattern on my Instagram. So I do a dark photo, a light photo, a dark photo, a light photo. When I first started, everybody was just doing bright, white, washed out photos, and it makes me so happy that the trend is steering away from that and we're going into this like dark and moody kind of feel. And so I had all these photos that were dark and moody, maybe it's food photography or my entryway is black or something like that, and I wanted to share not a bright white photo. So I started doing that checkerboard pattern, which allows me to have different types of photos within my feed so that I don't feel like I constantly have to have this really bright white washed out photo. You know that there are a million different shades of white, and I think that having a consistent feed means getting the same white balance for all your whites, or as close as you can. So it makes it easy if you are just shooting your house. You have the same white paint every single time, so it's going to be easy to get that same white balance. But if you are shooting outside, inside, maybe one room is painted gray and you've got one room painted white and your exterior is a different shade of white or something like that, getting that white balance is going to be important to create the consistency in your feed using the color dropper tool. And this is a key feature of Lightroom. So you're going to take the color dropper. I'm going to put a little screen recording here. You're going to take the color dropper and you're going to drag it onto a true white or gray in the photo, a neutral color in the photo. And Lightroom is going to automatically adjust the temperature and the tint for you, so that way the white balance is correct in your photo. Now, sometimes Lightroom doesn't do the best job, or you don't pick the right color neutral, and it will like really warm up your photo or really cool down your photo. After I select my white balance, and now I've gotten to the point where I kind of do this manually. I don't always use the color dropper tool, but if you're just getting started, it is really helpful to use the color dropper tool. But I will adjust then the temperature so that the warmth feels just right, and I'll adjust the tint so that the tint feels right too. And this is really important when you're shooting with a white backdrop. I've gotten questions asking, can I use these Lightroom presets if I'm not a professional photographer and I don't really know what I'm doing? Absolutely. I made these presets so that anybody can use them. I use these on my photos that have been featured in magazines. So they are great for professional photographers too, I like to think, but they're also great for just amateur users. If you're just shooting photos on your iPhone, I hope that anybody would find these presets really useful and really helpful. Anytime you learn something new, there's going to be a learning curve and probably some frustration. I always say when I start getting frustrated, I'm like, okay, if I'm not frustrated, I'm not growing. So take your time in Lightroom. If you've never used Lightroom and you open it up and you feel totally overwhelmed, just take a deep breath and go slowly. Lightroom on desktop is a great feature. If you are trying to get into photography and you are trying to jump into the creative industry, Lightroom is imperative. So you're going to want to start to learn it at some point. And I definitely encourage you to watch my videos on how I edit. And if you're just using Lightroom mobile, it's so similar to Instagram. I think if you just break it down, go slow, follow my videos, read the PDFs, I think that you will find that you really do love Lightroom. There's a reason that everybody's selling presets and everybody's using Lightroom. It has so many amazing features and it has the opportunity to make your photos really shine. If you're interested in learning more about photography and you really want to take the next step, I definitely suggest my Photography Basics ebook where I teach you how to switch from auto to manual mode. Once you do that and once you learn those steps, I promise you will never go back to auto. Manual mode allows you so much freedom in your photography and will really take your photos to the next level. I hope that this answered any questions you might have had about the Boxwood presets. If you purchase the presets and you use them, I hope you'll use the hashtag Boxwood presets so that I can see your photos used with the presets. Now I hope you watch my next video sharing tips and tricks for making your photos better.